Yeah, go Sereno! Yeah.
Hey, come on, you guys, let's go get a great time. You guys are done with defending? Finish defending.
It's a beautiful day here at the polo fields, everybody. I'm Dan Williams, and as you can see, we've got tents and flags and banners and fields of soccer all in action. This is day number 2 of the 2000 San Diego Surf Cup, and we are right here at field number 10 for today's Super Game of the Week. On behalf of George Langevin Sports Video Productions, I'd like to welcome you to game number 3 in preliminary game action in the girls under 13 division. We've got 2 top teams battling it out for the championship crown in their bracket. The team that wins their bracket will move on into the semifinals. In the red and black, you've got PQ Premier, and they are head coached by Peter Stogdale. And then in the yellow uniforms with blue trunks on the sidelines, that is the Golden Eagles from Arizona. So let's take a look at the roster for the talented Golden Eagles. In the keeper's box will be Emily Zahler. Now yesterday, Christina Barone, who also plays keeper, was injured. She had a hematoma in the stomach area. She took a save and then got a deep, deep bruise. So Christina Barone, injured, will not be even here today as she is still in the hospital. We wish her well. Number 1 is Jenny Kristoff. Laura Powell wears jersey number 2. Ashley Hart is number 3. Megan Lorenzen is number 4 for the Eagles. Number 6, Mallory Fox. Rebecca Katz is number 7. Number 9, Cindy West. Melissa Hayes is number 10. Number 12, Lindsey Johnson. Kirsten Dahlstream is number 13. 14, Chaley Abeda. Monique Sanchez is number 15. Mackenzie Neely, 23. Number 22, Caitlin Owens. And that is the talented roster of the Golden Eagles. We are underway. 2 25-minute halves to bring you to try and determine who's going to win the bracket in which these teams are in. Sitting with the ball at top of the box is the Eagles. That'll be cleared out and picked up by the charging PQ Premier. Coming up and taking on Premier was Jenny Kristoff, number 1. Each team displaying early speed and quickness as we are just underway. This is an 11 a.m. start. Let's take a look at the roster now for PQ Premier. In the keeper's box will be Kendall Fern. 00 is Kirsten Carl. And number 2 is Victoria de Guzman. Number 3 is Melissa Rose. Number 4, Christina Sweeney. Trying to clear it out is Eagles, and they will do so. Stephanie Heinck wears number 5 for PQ Premier. Jessica Munoz is number 6. Alexandria Seidel, number 7. Number 8, Ashley Campisi. Good close-up action right in front of us. Whitney Spence is number 9. And number 10, Jessica Ziegler. Number 11, Elizabeth Vaughn. Number 13, Gracie Sanchez. Number 88, Paige Haley. And rounding out the roster, Tiffany Harrison, number 20, or number 99, that is, for PQ Premier. Well, each team has played 2 games as of yesterday. This is the 3rd and final game of bracket play. Both teams trying to win the bracket. They will move on. What happens is you got winners of each of the brackets by points one additional wild card team. On the move now, PQ Premier, Stephanie Hike on the drive. Hike overtaken by Hart. And nice defensive play by Ashley Hart. On the move was number 5, Stephanie Hike for PQ Premier, but marking and staying right with her the whole way, Ashley Hart. Hart doing the job defensively to shut down the attack of PQ Premier. Ball comes in on the bounce. Looking for an opportunity, PQ Premier, a lot of yellow jerseys. Defense is strong for the Eagles. Picked up for control. Back over to the inside. Sweeney sends it out to the goal line, and that'll be a goal kick now for PQ Premier.
Hey, Tina, don't be afraid to have a go.
So the goal kick will come in by the Eagles, and they'll put it back into play.
You have an 87. Out of this area. That's better.
Change in the roster number for PQ Premier. Number 87 is Paige Haley, not 88. Number 87 is Paige Haley. Battle for the ball at the midfield line. 3-on-1. Eagles will come up with it off the foot of Kristoff. And now back for control. PQ Premier on the move. Challenge from behind successful. Kirsten Dahlstream does the job. Now picking it up on the near side, battling it out on the near side action. Taking a tumble, Mallory Fox. Fox wants more of it. Now picked up, looking for a pass. Fox will take it away from behind. Having trouble with control, Munoz. Fox takes it, now it's given over to Dahlstream. Dahlstream tries to bring it down, but the defense is there by Tiffany Harrison. Throw in, Megan Lorenzen. The wind is in its usual pattern here as we move into the late morning, early afternoon time frame. A good, strong onshore flow moving right to left on your television screen. Into the wind comes the Eagles this first half. Advantage has got to be PQ Premier. They've got a strong wind at their back. That'll carry the ball downfield. And there's a long, long ball into the, with the help of the wind. Trying to bring it out. It's a ricochet. Can they clear it out? Megan Lorenzen clears it out temporarily. On the hunt, PQ Premier trying to make the turn. Lorenzen sends it out, slows it down. Throw in coming in on the near sideline. Well, it was Emily Zahler trying to clear it out. It careened off of an athlete out there on the field inside the box, and it almost spelled disaster for the Golden Eagles. But heads up play by Megan Lorenzen. Kept the ball outside of the box, step in front timing. Melissa Hayes on the takeaway, and back it comes outside the goal line. A goal kick coming up. Boy, you are watching early action in the girls under 13 final game of preliminary round action. And this is an exciting one. The team, both of them, set up to try and win their bracket. And we'll try and explain exactly where we are. On the move, Melissa Rose. Rose feeds inside to Munoz. Banged back out, comes in outside behind the cage. So it was Emily Zahler coming up, sacrificing the body to be able to keep the ball outside of the near post area. Ball ricocheted back into the near side. Shot on goal was behind the net, and that'll be a goal kick now for the Eagles. Well, each team played 2 games yesterday. The Eagles, in their first matchup against Clash, lost to the Clash by a score of 2-1. PQ Premier played the SoCal Blues. It was PQ Premier getting off to a good start. They defeated the SoCal Blues by a score of 2-1. In game number 2 action, the Eagles took on the same SoCal Blues. They shut them out by a score of 3-0. And then PQ, they took on the Clash. They defeated the Clash 3-0. Inside the box, looking to clear it out. That'll be corner kick time for PQ Premier. So as we sit going into game number 3, PQ Premier has 18 points, and they're leading their bracket. The Golden Eagles have 11, and then SoCal Blues have 1, Clash 8. They are not a factor, but it's PQ 18, Golden Eagles 11, and those are the two teams on the field battling it out now here for the final win. Ball comes in. It's a nice one. Looking for some header action. Just gets by Whitney Spence. Spence tried to time it, and she almost made it. Just got past her. It's tough kicking into the wind for Zahler. Kicking into the wind this way is Zahler, but she'll have the wind in her back the second half. Yesterday, in our final game in the afternoon, the team that had the wind at their back really seemed to have an advantage, and when you talk to the athletes after the game, they felt the same way, that with that wind behind them, they felt that they really had an easier time bringing the ball downfield, and you know what? They're absolutely right. Kicking away, Harrison. Getting to the ball first will be Paige Haley. Haley trying to send it down. For control right in front of us, Stephanie Heinck. Heinck back for control across midfield line, Ziegler. Good passing now by PQ Premier. Taken away by Eagles on the move, far side, Abeda. Inside now, shot on goal, it's on the ground. Kirsten Dahlstream sends it towards the net on the ground, gobbling it up, Kendall Fern. But it was Chaley Abeda, brought the ball down deep and then feed over to Dahlstream. Outside that it goes. Well, there are 20 fields total, and they're all being used. They started yesterday with opening round action. We're finishing the preliminary rounds today, and then tomorrow you'll have the semifinals and the finals right here. Feed inside to Dahlstream, back out, picked up by Hayes. Into the air off the foot of Powell, down deep on the hop, back up it goes off the foot of PQ Premier. Gracie Sanchez tumbles. Sanchez trying to do all she can for her team, sacrificing the body a little bit. Ball will come in by Golden Eagles. So the Eagles can win the bracket if they can shut out PQ. If they can win, they have to win, and then if they shut them out, they can win the bracket. The Eagles can win also if they win and then win by at least 2 goals. Now here's the thing. Otherwise, Eagles can still lose this game and still win the bracket. The key is that the Eagles, in order for the Eagles themselves to win the bracket, they either have to shut out and win, or at least win by 2 games, or two goals, that is. So what each team is looking for, and they know this, is a straight win by PQ Premier puts them in the winning position for the bracket. But if they lose, and lose only by 1 goal, they'll still win the bracket. Makes sense? Enough said. Move on. Action picks up on the field. Taking it with the ball, Munoz. Munoz delivers to Spence, who delivers to the outside. Now inside. Coming up quickly, Emily Zahler. And that was the same similar type of save that you got to watch out for. Hard charging offensive player with the ball at foot, coming up sliding. Well, that's a dangerous, dangerous situation for any goalkeeper. Ball back into play. Back for control. This is girls under 13, and so you're starting to see these athletes able to play a little bit more aggressive than they do with their younger counterparts. 13 and up, you start to really see some good, strong physical play, and that's exactly one of the things that Golden Eagles feels is their strength. and that is that they're a strong possession team and that they actually are a very physical team. They're willing to scrap it out, go toe-to-toe, box it out at the midfield line or wherever it takes place on the field. Far side action. Abeta is over there well with Gracie Sanchez of PQ Premier. And now helping out is Lindsey Johnson, number 12. And offsides called, and so it'll go back to PQ Premier. No score in this game, just underway, coming up towards the 15-minute mark of a 25-minute half. This is a great game being brought to you by George Langevin Sports Video Productions. We're glad we're out here. We're out here all day yesterday. We've broadcast some great games. We're out here this morning doing the same thing. This one truly is the game of the week here. Two top teams battling it out, trying to see who can move on to semifinals action. Off the foot, and now down on the far sideline, taking control of the ball, Melissa Rose. And then slowing it down is the Eagles defense. Golden Eagles from Arizona. PQ Premier, well, this is almost their backyard, PQ Premier's. PQ Premier is in Rancho Penasquitos, or at least comes from there, and that is only about 6 miles as a crow flies right here from the polo fields. Ball bouncing in and then outside of the goal line, and so that'll be a goal kick for the Golden Eagles. Last year, it was the Golden Eagles got through to the semifinals of the Surf Cup before losing. So they like to at least get there and, of course, move on and make it to the championship game. Strong ball downfield on the hop, trying to get to the ball. It's going to go in! Getting to the ball first, Victoria de Guzman. Charging up was Emily Zahler, and just punching at the ball with the tip of her toe, de Guzman sends the ball skipping and rolling into an open net, and for PQ Premier, they draw first blood and go out in front at the 15-minute mark of this game by a score now of 1-0. Wow. Substitution coming in now. Campisi will come in and provide some fresh legs for PQ Premier. Taking a breather is Elizabeth Vaughn. Golden Eagles will regroup. Trying to put something together and drive it right down the middle is Kirsten Dahlstream. Sanchez will clear it out across the midfield line. Throw-in coming in by the Eagles. Well, when you commit as a keeper, it's a do-or-die situation. Zahler decided to come up and challenge. Otherwise, she knew it was going to be a one-on-one play anyway. So she came up and almost got there. Just a split second sooner was the toe of Victoria de Guzman, and that ball went bounding ever so slowly into the open net, and that's where we've got it. Trying to squeak the ball inside was Ashley Hart. Getting to it will be Paige Haley. Right on her back is Mallory Fox. Challenge comes up. Off the foot of Kirsten Dahlstream. Throw-in coming in for PQ Premier on the near sideline. Well, the fields that you play on here are absolutely fantastic. Probably some of the best fields that these athletes will ever play on during their youth soccer experiences. These fields are designed for polo, and so a lot of money has been pumped into these fields in the initial design and to keep them in great shape. Normally, you're going to find a multi-purpose field used for soccer. A multi-purpose field has very thick grass, very tough grass to withstand the constant use, and the result is it's a very soft field. The ball does not travel as quickly, And for the speed and the passing of a team, a little bit more difficult. But here, this field, these fields, it's a very short Bermuda grass. First of all, the blades are very, very thin. It's cut very, very short, and it is like that you are on a carpet. That ball rolls very easy, and so the speed and passing of a team will really be an asset around here. Full use of the field with passing will really make a difference. Throw-in will be by PQ Premier on the far sideline. We're only about 2 miles away from the Pacific Ocean, Del Mar. We're nestled just outside of the gates of the famous Fairbanks Ranch. And a quick takeaway and a burst of speed by Mallory Fox. Tries to get it downfield inside to Dahlstream, still there, and then covering it up is Kendall Fern. Well, that's exactly what the Golden Eagles need to do. With PQ Premier drawing first blood, that means that in order for the Golden Eagles to be able to win their bracket, they're going to have to win right now as it stands by a score of 3-1. That's going to be a tough, tough job to come up with. Kendall Fern on the ground. She'll put the ball into play on a couple hops. It'll meet the midfield line, picked up by Megan Lorenzen. Lorenzen over to Mallory Fox. Fox challenged. 1-2, looking for Fox inside. Trap by Sweeney. Now taken on the foot of de Guzman downfield. Nothing but yellow down there, so Rebecca Katz will come up with it. Katz brings it up, looking across the midfield line. Katz staying with it, carry through. Trying to keep it in the line is Cindy West. West doing the job, now off the foot of Ashley Hart. Hart battling it out, taken away by PQ Premier. Pass to the midfield line. De Guzman has it off the foot of Munoz. Once again, far side, Laura Powell for Eagles sends it out. That'll slow things down a little bit. Throw in coming up at the 20-minute mark of the first half. 2 25-minute halves. Racing over and outside the goal line, so that'll be a goal kick now for the Golden Eagles. Head coach Matt Potter, his counterpart for PQ Premier, head coach Peter Stogsdale for PQ Premier. Golden Eagles out here from Arizona. And we talked to another Arizona team yesterday. We were talking about by 2 or 3 o'clock it was pretty darn hot. They said we don't know what hot is here in San Diego. So I asked a couple of the players who were from Arizona, I said, what's the hottest temperature you think you've ever played in? And they seriously said that they had played in temperatures in excess of 110 degrees outside. So they said they're used to heat. Doesn't bother them at all. As a matter of fact, they thought it was a little chilly out here. To me, it's just right. The sun is out, blue skies. It's warm, a little bit of a breeze coming across the ocean, nestled around $1 million homes, playing on $1 million carpet here for soccer. You can't ask for better talent than we've got here, the best of the best. And put that all together, and you've got the 2000 San Diego Surfback live and in action. Picked up now onto the far sideline, trying to get to it is Abeda. Abeda trying to get by Gracie Sanchez. Taking it on the back for the team, Mallory Fox inside, just misses. Shot on goal, sails wide of the far post. And for the Eagles, that's what they need to do. Substitution going to be called for PQ Premier, number 11, Elizabeth Vaughn, ready to go back in, taking a needed breather, Paige Haley. Well, Haley isn't the largest member of the team, as in fact she's got to be the smallest member of the team, and it's almost for every step that possibly Tiffany Harrison would take, Paige Haley would take 2. Sereno, or that is the Golden Eagles, trying to keep the ball in the half of the field that is PQ Premier's, and they want to try and take some more shots on goal. 23-minute mark we're passing to. Nice pass. Can they get to it? Not quite. Looking for Vaughn, taken back now by Powell. Powell through the legs of Ziegler. Now 2-on-1. It's going to be Vaughn and Harrison battling it out defensively. Throw-in will come in by Eagles. Megan Lorenzen. Substitution being called now for Eagles. Going out will be Chaley Abeda. So Abeda will come out and take a breather. And coming into the game will be Monique Sanchez. Sanchez, fresh legs now for Eagles as we wind up now at the 23-minute mark plus of the first 25 minutes of this half. Sanchez finds it, feeds, trying to send one downfield long distance, moves away, it's inside the box. There was a shot on goal, too many red bodies around. Did not have a direct open lane. Keeping the ball was Kendall Fern, and so the ball's now put back out into play. And on the strong header, coming up and picking it up will be Zahler. Zahler into the air, on the hop, looking for control, battling it out, both teams, PQ Premier and Eagles, who will come up with it. PQ Premier does on the near sideline, picked up by Munoz. Munoz, defense is there by Powell, but Munoz making the turn, centering the ball, and into the waiting arms of Zahler. Zahler getting down on all fours to keep that ball outside of the near post area. High into the air, the tall, jumping Whitney Spence. Picked up by Sanchez for PQ Premier. She sends one down. Sanchez has a rocket launcher on her. Zahler. On the move now, opportunity for a shot on goal. Huge save. Emily Zahler, 1-on-1, takes a shot point blank from Melissa Rose and hangs on. Wow. Out onto the far side, near side action. Outside the touchline, so the Eagles will have it. Ball thrown in high, good close-up action. That'll be off of Vaughn. Throw-in continues on, and now we're just waiting for the head referee to give us the indication that the half is over. And that is the end of the first 25 minutes. Spirited play. PQ Premier on the goal by Victoria de Guzman draws first blood. Stay with us. We'll come right back with the score. PQ Premier 1, Golden Eagles nothing.
Or a ball just in behind the player, which is kind of the perfect pass, isn't it? Let's turn them on their heels and get after them, right? Let's get after them, okay? So what we need to do is play those balls in there. But I'm telling you, that's a good solid half, isn't it? Good solid half, great effort, great work, okay? And the learning part, if you're gonna come, go, right? Go, and you've gotta come breathing fire. And you've just gotta be, you know, stuff's frothing out of your mouth, your nose is snarling all over the place, and you just gotta go get it, right? Just go get it, because you made up for it with a great save on the second one, didn't you? It was a great comeback, well done. But what we've got to do is we've got to get after them a little bit more, haven't we? Once we get after them, let's put them on their heels. Let's turn them and put them on their heels and make them defend. Because defensively, we've had opportunities and they've looked shaky when we take them on. Does that make sense? But too many times what we've done is played a little 5-yard pass here, or a little 5-yard pass here, or a little 5-yard pass there. The one that hurt them was the one that went over the back and in behind it, wasn't it? Play out there. We come back to you and we can go out. It's over on the other side. Whitney, you move over and support. Okay, and we get it there. We come to your feet and go out. But get it where you can do something with it by being away from the play.
has the ball, okay, and she's under a lot of pressure, you can't be up for her. Most of the time, you need to be back for her so she can play you. Okay, away from the pressure, something simple. Okay, and same with you, Pete. All right, we can have a back pass. You guys got to work together in there a little bit more. Okay, and support each other. Just like, and I know you're both working.
We're back underway, another 25 minutes with the start of the second half now. We've got a change in direction. It'll be the Golden Eagles with the wind at their back, now moving right to left on your television screen. Staying in the keeper's box for both teams, Emily Zayer for Eagles, Kendall Fern for PQ Premier. The question is, can the Eagles capitalize on the wind at their back? Can they bring the ball downfield and put some pressure and shots on goal on Kendall Fern? Ball down into the deep corner. That'll go outside of the touchline. And the ball awarded back over now to PQ Premier. Throw in coming in by Premier, picked up by Haley. Haley bringing it up, good close-up action right in front of us. Battling for the ball to Guzman, tries to feed it over to Vaughn, can't do it. Throw in, comes back right in front of us. Good strong throw by Ginny Kristoff. Paige Haley back over. Trying to use the whole field. PQ Premier picked up Campisi. Over to Gracie Sanchez. Sanchez driving down the far lane, trying to stay with Sanchez, Mallory Fox. And a good drive by Sanchez, and the ball comes back downfield. Taking it for the team, Jessica Munoz. Throw in now on the far sideline, getting it in to Spence. Action on the far side. Boy, that's the story of my life. You know, no matter what side of the field that we're on with camera, I can't believe that the majority of the action is on the opposite side. If we're on this side, the action's on the other side. Action right here, though, with Kendall Fern having to come over. And Fern will stick it out. Now, Fern will have a tough time because the wind is there. It cuts it down very short. It takes a hop, though, for PQ. Staying with it in a nice feed, 1-2 to the midfield line. Haley starts it. And a long ball back downfield. Picked up by Sanchez. Opening up the mid of the field. Haley trying to get to it, taken away by West. West chips it. Top of the box, cleared back out by Harrison. Takeaway by Eagles, taken right back by PQ Premier. Battling it out, 2-on-1. Defense is there for Eagles. They'll come up with it off the foot of Lorenzen. Sends it down, picked up by the Dahlstream. Dahlstream and Sanchez driving at each other. Ball awarded to Dahlstream and the Eagles. Throw-in coming in now by Lorenzen. But we've got substitutions first. Taking a quick breather, Ashley Hart, number 3. Ball is thrown into the game. Chaley Abeda. Premier. Inside, down the middle of the field, looking downfield, trying to get it over to Vaughn. Midfield line, into the air, headed back. Downfield we go. Well, certainly it looks like that any team moving right to left right now with the wind at their back does indeed have a bit of an advantage. Eagles need to capitalize on that advantage and put goals into the net. They right now need to try and find a way to put 3 goals into the net. and then hold off PQ Premier and keep them at 1. A big, big chore, but the team does have the talent. Let's see if they can do it. Sanchez launches one. Back it comes. Laura Powell sends it down to the far sideline. Fox moving on it. Ashley Campisi. And now towards the box. Carry through. Big save. A carry through off the foot of Kirsten Dahlstream looked very promising, but Kendall Fern does the job defensively, slaps the ball away. Huge, huge defensive play. Wow. Corner kick time now for the Eagles. Ball comes in. On the ground, a lot of bodies, yellow and red, looking for a shot on goal. And what's happening there? Wow. Call given to PQ Premier. So they get a break on that call. They'll get it out and send it outside the goal line. Wow. On the ground, short, picked up, trying to counter quickly. Dahlstream. Back over to Abeda. Abeda to the far sideline, making the turn. Fox trying to bring it inside, cleared out by Sanchez. Opportunity, shot on goals, going high and right into the arms of Kendall Fern. So Eagles doing what they have to do, bringing it down, taking shots on goal. The key is, though, they got to get it in the net. 2 great saves by Fern. Has kept the ball outside of the cage here in the second half. Ball downfield, racing for the ball is Fern. And offsides was called. Tough call, close call. Racing for it was Kirsten Dahlstream. And again, Eagles looking good. PQ Premier out in front by 1 goal, Victoria de Guzman's goal. And that right now is good enough. Gets by everybody. Trying to capitalize. Shot on goal, sails wide. The speedster, Victoria de Guzman, took control of the ball. Shot on goal, just sailed wide of the near post, and that'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Well, de Guzman got behind the defenders and was able to send the ball towards the goal line. On the move. Now Sereno Golden Eagles sends it over inside West, outside West. She's going to try and send it towards the box. Denied. Harrison staying with it. West feeding it inside. Defense is there. Cleared out. Looking for the regroup again. West on the near sideline, immediately challenged by Ziegler. Ziegler, and now coming to help out is Vaughn. Vaughn and Ziegler are now saying hello to one another, and that's off the body of Abeda. This action being brought to you by George Langevin Sports Video Productions, your leader in Game of the Week coverage, and this has been an exciting game from the start, and we've got a substitution for the Eagles. Coming out is Megan Lorenzen. Coming in, Ashley Hart. Hart provides fresh legs. Also going out for a breather, Monique Sanchez. Coming in is Lindsey Johnson. Johnson into the game. Check that. It's not Johnson, it's Caitlin Owens, number 22. Saw the 2, didn't see the other one. So number 22, Caitlin Owens is now in the game. Launching one high and long on the hop. It's free. Oh my. Kendall Fern had to handle what is one of the toughest balls to handle. That's the long ball. You have to decide whether you want to come up and take it out of the air or you want it to bounce in front of you, take it on the hop. In this case, she decided to take it on the hop. and had a little bit of a trouble hanging on to it. Fern has been a busy camper this second half. Ball will come in now by West. West gets it over to Owens. West trying to send it in, headed out by Tiffany Harrison. Top of the box action into the air. Battling for control. Campisi racing over as well as Mallory Fox for Eagles. Outside that it goes. Throw in will come in. Eagles. Down the line, racing, Melissa Hayes. Hayes challenged by Campisi. Outside that it goes. Quick throw in. Eagles again getting it to Hayes. Hayes will try and center it. Defense is there. Outside that it goes. Eagles retain possession. Throw in. Near side. Dahlstrom. Back over to Fox. On the ground. Sanchez sends it out. Looking for the long ball on the ground. Looking, can they feed it over? The feed was to Owens, and now it's a ball down to the far side. Clear out successful by PQ Premier, and that's all that PQ Premier has to do is keep their defense solid. They can actually allow the Eagles to score a couple goals. Remember that. So there's no pressure hardly at all on PQ Premier. It's all on the shoulders of the Eagles. Substitution now. Jessica Munoz as well as Melissa Rose back into the game now for PQ Premier. Taking a breather is Christina Sweeney, number 4. As well as Ashley Campisi, number 8. You are watching girls under 13 action. The score, PQ Premier 1, Golden Eagles nothing. As we are in the second half of play, we are moving through the 37-minute mark of the 50-minute game. On the move, trying to send the ball towards the middle is Kirsten Dahlstrom. Clearing it out, Tiffany Harrison. Now the ball's wide open, shot on goal long distance. Not going to happen, as coming up was Elizabeth Vaughn defensively for PQ Premier. On the attack is Golden Eagles. Try and get it down in the box, off the foot, taking a hop. Can they keep it in? And that's last touched by Cindy West. Heads up play by number 11, Elizabeth Vaughn. And the touch goes to PQ Premier. Throw in near side. With it, Melissa Rose. Inside, outside now. Back the other way, feed, nice ball. That'll be picked up by Rose. Rose has to take control and slowed up enough that the defense can respond. If that ball would not have died in the oncoming headwind, would have been a beautiful opportunity for Melissa Rose to take it down and take a tough shot on goal. Battling it out is little Jenny Kristoff. Big heart. Battling it out with some of the athletes that are almost, seems like at least half, double her size, that is. Throw in, and a nice throw in it is. Kristoff heads it defensively. Downfield it goes, looking for Owens. Owens will carry it through past the midfield line. Battling it out is Sanchez. Sanchez, a formidable defense opponent when you have to go up against her. Back for control, Sanchez will take it. Sanchez can launch one from anywhere on the field and get it down in a hurry. Eagles will have the throw in. Substitution now being called. Double substitutions coming back into the game for the Eagles. Ashley Hart, number 3, and it looks also now like Monique Sanchez is back in the game, 15. Nice takeaway by Eagles. That's Rebecca Katz. Katz sends it down to Hayes, now down to Fox. Fox, the challenge made by de Guzman. Outside that it goes, so de Guzman slows down the attack offense of the Eagles. Throw in, trying to make the turn, 2-on-1 de Guzman, and Haley is there. Back the other way that it comes. Nice ball to Rose. Rose immediately challenged by Rebecca Katz. Picked back up by Dahlstream. And now a long ball on the hop will get inside the box, and getting there first was Kendall Fern. On the move, Monique Sanchez trying to make something happen but could not get there in time. Trap keeps the ball short by Cindy West. West with it. West waiting, trying to feed it inside over to Dahlstream again. Dahlstream has to give way to the outside, near side. De Guzman is over to contain. Fox has the ball. Fox down deep in the corner. De Guzman stays with her. Inside the box, shot on goal, too many bodies. Sanchez, 4 defenses there, and that's going to be a corner kick for Eagles. So Eagles, with the wind at their back, doing all that they can to help themselves out, but the defense for PQ Premier has been there. They've kept the door shut. No balls have gone into the net, and for the Eagles, they need to do something. They need to break it open. Quick turn on the ball. It's cleared out off the foot of de Guzman. Katz has it again. Katz taking a shot on goal, into the arms again. So Rebecca Katz from long distance dials up, and Kendall Fern answers it and says, I'm not letting you in. Moving back downfield, racing, opening up, Melissa Rose. Rose and Powell. Rose and Powell battling it out. Katz comes over to help out. Rose stays with it. Now Katz will finally take it away. 2-on-1 defensive too much for Melissa Rose. Now on the back end, feed to the far sideline. Picked up by Mallory Fox. Fox and Sanchez going at it again. Fox is over there, looking for someone back for control. Hayes throws in the ball. De Guzman, defense is there. Sanchez will clear it out. So they try and awfully hard try and get that ball to Sanchez. She can launch it downfield. Nice one touch. No one to answer. Picked up by Laurel Powell. Down the sideline, Kirsten Dahlstream trying to feed it to somebody. Heads up play, Tiffany Harrison. The combination of Tiffany Harrison and Gracie Sanchez makes it almost impossible for the Eagles to try and put any real threat together. They've had a couple of shots on goal, but more times than not, Sanchez and Harrison able to clear the ball out effectively. Trying to make the turn on the U. Inside, shot on goal time. It is up and over. So the shot on goal is there. Chaley Abeda sends it up and over the crossbar. Just missing on that scoring opportunity is the Eagles. Substitution now for the Eagles. Taking a breather will be Megan Lorenzen.
Step up now. Keep pushing. Keep working out there.
Goal kick comes in by PQ Premier. 42-minute mark of this game. We play 50 minutes. PQ Premier out in front, 1-0. Eagles have had their chances in the second half. Great saves by Kendall Fern and strong defense by the rest of PQ Premier tells the story. Well, Peter Stogsdale is the acting coach today. Ball comes back in.
What is that?
awarded back over to Eagles. So Stocksdale given the coach's hat today because the main head coach, Dave Bush, is in Hawaii attending his best friend's wedding. And so, tough call, does Dave Bush go to Hawaii for a once-in-a-lifetime wedding to be the best man, or do you come to your most favorite tournament of the year? One hop it to Fern. Well, knowing that PQ Premier can come here any year or every year, or have an opportunity at least, the decision was a hard one, but literally was the right one to make. Go to Hawaii and be a best man for your friend. Opportunity, PQ Premier, cleared out. Ashley Hart does the job. Feed now to the near side, picked up by Monique Sanchez. Into the air, down for control. Sanchez trying to battle it out, and there's Tiffany Harrison. Sends a long ball across the midfield line, and Katz now will send it outside. And so the throw-in by PQ Premier on the far sideline. They have control of the ball, and we're winding out now here to the .45-minute mark, about 5 minutes and counting. That's about the unofficial time. Substitution comes in, Christina Sweeney. Far side action picked up by Sanchez. Some of the other teams that have participated in this tournament of play, there was 4 groups. In Group A, you had WCFC Premier, Dallas Sting, RSF Attack, and Shamrocks. In Group B, it was the Eagles and PQ Premier. They're playing out of the Group B. SoCal Blues and Clash. Group C had the Dallas Texans, the Breeze, the Camarillo Eagles, and the Surf Blue. And in Group D was Surf White, DVSC Nightmare, the Slammers FC. And then a great entry is the team from Japan. A lot of people have very positive things to say about these teams from Japan. They loved playing them. Really thought it was a real treat to get some international experience. Really tried to make the visiting teams from Japan at home here in San Diego. So it was a real treat not only for the teams coming from Japan, but for the teams that got to play them. Every year at this Surf Cup, you'll have some sort of international flavor. Last year you had teams from Ireland out here. And the ball awarded over to the Eagles. We are winding down now, a couple minutes left. Eagles battling it out to the very last second of the game. Ball awarded over to the Eagles. Most of the girls here, 3rd year with Matt Potter. They were the Arizona State champions, and they played in the semifinals here last year in '99. Ball puts back into play. Katz tries to put something together and bring it downfield. Katz will put it inside the box. On the ground, defense is there by Jessica Ziegler, and then Sanchez sends it out. Near side action. A lot of Reds converge. Coming up with it, Haley. Haley with Fox right behind her, and Sanchez sends it to the midfield line. Back comes off the foot of Mackenzie Neely. Ball will be thrown in on the far sideline. Eagles with their last chance to try and put a ball into the net.
Let's go, girls. Go, Kate.
Downfield we come. Into the air, up and over, and that'll be a goal kick now for PQ Premier. Head referee starting to take a look at his watch. You know what that means. Time is almost over. Sanchez, take a look at the rocket launcher she has. Boom. Nice ball picked up by Melissa Rose. Rose stays with it, a feed over to Heinck. And that's the whistle, and that is the game. A very, very spirited game we brought to you today. 50 minutes of action from start to finish. PQ Premier drew first blood, and that was all that they needed. Victoria de Guzman getting to the ball before the hard-charging Emily Zahler. Tapping the ball inside the open net was the first goal of the first half, and then that's where we had it. PQ Premier is able to hang on and defeat the Golden Eagles by a score of 1-0. The Golden Eagles not giving up at all from start to finish. They were giving it their best. Second half gave them the opportunities as the wind was at their back. They were able to time and time again move the ball downfield and trying to put shots on goal and shots on goal that they did. But it was Kendall Fern had some great, great saves in the keeper's box. Give credit to Tiffany Harrison, number 99. 13 was Gracie Sanchez. They had some great saves, but it was the entire team play of PQ Premier that created the opportunities for them to not only win this game, but end up winning their division, their bracket play. So for the Golden Eagles, there's always going to be another day, another game, another tournament, and you know that they'll be back fighting hard as they always do. But today, tip of the hat goes to PQ Premier. Final score here at San Diego Polo Field. PQ Premier 1, Golden Eagles nothing. Now stay with us. Coming right back, we'll have some post-game interview show. Hi everybody, welcome back to our post-game interview show. We've got the Golden Eagles here. We're going to get a chance to meet some of the players up close and personal. We got 3 of them right here. Let's just see who we have. You are?
Jenny Kristoff. My jersey number is number 1 and I'm left defender.
Emily Zahler, I'm number 16 and I play goalkeeper.
Laura Powell, I'm number 2 and I play center defense.
Okay, Jenny. Jenny, do you ever get mad out on the field out there?
Yeah.
What makes you mad?
When I lose the ball.
Okay. Now, what's your responsibility out on the field?
To defend the goal.
Okay. So you get a little upset sometimes when you lose control of the ball. Okay. So what I want you to do, see the camera right there? I want to see what you look like. Give me your mean face when you're out there on the field. Can you growl a little bit too, maybe? Did everybody hear that? Okay. So losing the ball, but what makes you happy out on the field? Besides winning, what did you do out on the field over the last three games that you played that you feel good about yourself?
I had good tackles.
It's amazing that you are sometimes like half the size of the people that you go up against. Are you ever scared about doing that?
No.
So how can a little kid, and I say little only because of size, I know in your heart you're just as big, but how did you get onto a team where everybody else is taller than you?
I don't know. I'm aggressive, I guess.
Yeah, I think you are aggressive, and you don't really care about it. Have you ever been injured out there going up against some of those big girls?
Yeah.
What's the worst injury you've ever had?
2 girls, flipped me over, and I did a backflip, and I landed on my back.
Ouch. Now, how long ago was that?
Last year.
Just last year? Did they have to carry you off the field?
No.
You got up under your own power?
Yeah.
All right, that is true strength, and that's Jenny Kristoff. In the middle, we have Emily Zahler having to play really one of the toughest positions out there, and that is keeper. What's going through your mind when you're racing up or you're standing back? But the point is, you got someone coming right at you with the ball. What are you thinking about?
I'm just concentrating on the ball and
for their first touch, and if it's a long touch, I'll go out there and slide into them, and just when they're about to take a shot, I set and get ready for the ball to come.
Well, Melissa Rose, number 3 in the second half, took a point-blank shot on goal, and you just snagged that thing out of the air. Did that surprise you at all?
Not really.
Do you keep your eyes open or closed when you got balls coming at you?
Open.
Okay, that's good. Now, where do you get the cool-looking shirts from? That's what I want to know.
I got mine from a store called Soccer Locker, which is
I want you to say that 5 times as fast as you can. Soccer Locker. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Go.
Soccer Locker, Soccer Locker, Soccer Locker, Soccer Locker, Soccer Locker.
Actually, pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, do you have any other shirts besides this one?
Yes.
What other colors do you have?
Blue and gold.
Do you like to be called a keeper or a goalie?
A keeper.
Okay. Well, you did a great job out there. I mean, it was a tough game all the way around, and, you know, you guys played a solid game. I know it gets tough when you guys can't accomplish everything that you want, but you played a super game, and you have that no-fear attitude as well. You're coming up, and what are you thinking about when you're having to slide tackle into a hard-charging person?
I'm just thinking about winning the ball, and I don't really care if I hurt myself or hurt them.
I know that. Well, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do as a keeper. And we have, let's see, is it Laura? Laura Powell? How long have you been playing soccer for?
I think this is my, 8th year.
That's a long time. Now, can you name every single team you've ever played on? What's the very first team's name that you played on?
The Coyotes.
Okay, and then what else?
The Coyotes.
Besides the Coyotes?
This team.
Really? So you haven't played too many teams besides the Coyotes and this team? Okay, fair enough. Well, let's ask some serious, hard-hitting questions. How often do you change the colors in the bands of your braces?
Okay, I don't know, whenever I go to the dentist.
What colors do you like? That looks like that's like turquoise right now.
I like blue, mostly.
Mostly blue. Okay, that's fair as well. Do you get any green and red during, like, the holidays at all?
No.
Okay, ladies. You had a hard-fought battle out there, and that was a sure pleasure to watch you guys play. And I want to thank you for spending some time with me, all right? Thank you very much. Continuing our parade of athletes with the Golden Eagles, we have 3 more here for you, and you are?
Ashley Hart, number 3, and I play midfield and right defense.
Megan Lorenzen, number 4, and I play right fullback.
Okay.
Mallory Fox, number 6, and I play forward and halfback.
Very good, thank you. Ashley, did your boyfriend come out here with you to watch you play in this tournament?
I don't have a boyfriend.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay, all right, well, that's actually probably pretty good that you don't have one. So if you don't have a boyfriend, then soccer's a big part of your life. How many hours a week do you practice soccer?
Not enough.
Do you practice at the house, too, as well as at the field?
Not as much as I should.
Well, let's talk about the day that you have school and the day that you have practice. Tell me about how it works. You come home from school and then practice at night, so tell me what happens the rest of your day.
Well, I can't do anything until I do my homework, and then I usually eat dinner and go to practice. I don't know.
Okay. And then you come home to practice. What time is it?
8:39.
Okay, and then what do you do after that?
Watch TV and finish my homework if I don't have any, whatever.
Okay. Are you a good academic student?
Yeah.
What type of citizenship grades did you get on your report card this year?
What is that?
Well, it's the one where it says pleasure to be in class, or tries hard, or is a pain, or something like that.
Good ones.
Good ones?
Yeah.
How about grades? What grades did you get?
Mostly A's and 2 B's.
Really? So is schoolwork easy for you, or do you have to work hard at it?
Well, not to brag, but I'm in honors classes, so it's a little harder.
Really? Yeah, it is. Very much so. Are you going to continue taking that on as you get into high school and all that?
I hope so.
Okay, that's excellent. What do you want to do with that information, with that education, that is?
Oh, I kind of want to be in the FBI, but I'd rather play soccer first.
You could be a secret agent posing as a soccer player, right?
That would be good.
And you travel around the world and help out the FBI?
Yeah, that would be fun.
Excellent. Do you know anybody else that's in the FBI? Any of your family members or anything?
Yeah, my uncle.
Okay, so that's where you got some interest in that?
Yeah.
Very good. Interesting. And Megan Lorenzen, how often is it in the beginning of school, new teacher, they mispronounce your last name?
Just every once in a while.
Which more than likely it would be Lorenzen, right?
Right.
Okay, but it's Lorenzen. I like that. I like that. Now, if you're not playing soccer, what do you like to do when you're just hanging out with your girlfriends?
We just go rollerblading, play basketball, just hang out at the mall or something.
Now, it sounds like rollerblading is a little bit of a controversial sport in the fact that you really could get injured, couldn't you, rollerblading? Does your parents kind of refrain you from rollerblading very much?
No.
Do you wear protective gear?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you wear when you rollerblade, besides rollerblades?
I wear a helmet,
Okay.
knee pads, and sometimes wrist pads.
How long does it take you to put all that equipment on?
5 minutes.
So tell me about a time where you were glad that you had your equipment on when you were rollerblading.
I don't know.
Do you fall down very much?
No.
Well, that's good. It's good to have it on there. Now, bend your head down if you can. Now, who does the cool-looking stuff with your hair?
I do.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
Is there like a team captain that's responsible for calling everybody up and talking about how they're going to wear their hair?
Not really. We just do it on our own.
You do your own hair?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. Well, that's, I like that. I like that look. On the very end, we've got Mallory Fox. Mallory, you got a good tan going here. Now, do you lay out a lot in Arizona and work on that tan?
No.
Okay, all right. Tell me, what do you think? Are boys cuter here in San Diego or back in Arizona?
Arizona?
Really? Okay. Have you gone to the beach here recently?
No.
You haven't gone at all? Are you planning on going to the beach possibly?
I don't know. Maybe. Sure.
Maybe not, huh? Okay. Well, how about curfews? Because one of the things that we talk about here with all the athletes is curfews. You got to get good night's sleep to play good the next day. What has your curfew been over the past few nights here?
9:30.
Okay. What time have you been really going to bed, though? Seriously.
10:15.
10:15. Oh. Let me ask you this one. What's the latest you've ever stayed up?
7 o'clock a.m.
So you never went to bed? 7 a.m.?
Right.
What were you guys doing?
Talking on the computer.
Ooh. In chat rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's your internet service provider? Who is?
AOL.
Okay. All right. Now, do you have an email name? Or do you have a
Yeah.
chat room name? What's your chat room name?
I don't know one of those. I don't think
Screen
so.
name.
Oh, my screen name. Okay. Soccer Chick 106.
Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
What is yours?
Screecher 205.
And you?
Golden Girl 4.
Wow. So do you ever talk to one another?
All the time.
Yeah, all the time.
You guys are wild and crazy, I'm telling you. Okay, ladies, thank you for your time. Wow. Continuing our parade of superstar athletes on the Golden Eagles, we have who?
Rebecca Katz, I'm number 7, and I play center D.
I'm Cindy West. I'm number 9, and I play forward and halfback.
I'm Melissa Hayes, number 10, and play center mid.
Do you play any other sports besides soccer?
No.
Soccer is your life, huh?
Yes.
Okay, how old were you when you first started playing soccer?
4.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So does anybody else in your house play soccer besides you?
Well, my dad's a coach, but not of my team.
Okay, do you have any brothers or sisters that plays at all?
My brother used to,
Uh-huh.
and my sister used to.
Used to. But you're the only soccer player right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And your dad is a coach?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about being a coach when you get older?
No, I'm too impatient.
Yeah, you got to have patience. Has your, talking about coaches, your head coach is Matt Potter?
Yes.
Is Matt a tough coach?
Sometimes,
What makes him a tough coach sometimes? What does he do?
when he gets pissed at us.
Happens once in a while? Yeah? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pretend you're Coach Matt Potter, and in your best voice that would sound like Coach Matt Potter, I want you to yell at these girls like he would when he's pissed. Can you do that?
Hey,
Can you think about something he would say?
well,
You ready? Okay, this is Rebecca's impersonation of Coach Matt Potter.
yeah.
Okay?
Go. All right.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Here we go.
Hit the bloody ball!
Very good. I like that. That's very good. He didn't hear you. He didn't hear you. No, he's not. He didn't hear you at all. He didn't hear you. In the middle, we have Cindy West, right?
Yes.
Cindy, how about you? Any other sports activities you participate in besides soccer?
No.
Have you ever tried any other sports?
No.
Okay, so let's say if you're hanging out with your friends. It's not soccer time, and you're just hanging out. What do you guys do? Do you watch TV? Do you go to movies? Do you go to the mall? What do you do?
We go to the mall. That's cool.
What do you do when you're at the mall?
Shop.
What's your favorite store that you like to shop in?
I like them all.
You like them all. How much money do you usually take to the mall to spend?
I don't know. They just kind of go.
What's the last thing that you bought at the mall?
A jacket.
Now, where did you buy it?
Gap.
And how much was it? Okay, what color was it?
Blue.
Now, you like blue, huh? Blue's your favorite color?
No.
What's your all-time favorite color then?
Well, for clothes, it's orange, but like it's probably like pink or purple.
Do you have any Hurley shirts out there in Arizona yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, Hurley's kind of a new brand. How about Roxy? Do you have any Roxy clothes?
Yeah.
Stussy clothes?
No. No.
Quicksilver?
Yeah.
Billabong?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got all that stuff anyway then, so. Now, after you're done with well, wait a minute. I know what I wanted to talk to you about. Can I have your foot for a minute, please? Because you got some pretty, can you see the toenail polish on these here? Very nice looking. I like that. Now, the question is why don't you have fingernail polish like that? Did it wear off?
No.
Okay.
It's just not pretty.
What color would you call that, by the way?
Fuchsia. Nail polish color.
Okay. Now, what other colors have you worn on your toenails before?
I don't know. Blue and yellow. Yeah, whatever. All those colors.
Do you ever provide toenail polish for any of the other girls around here?
Sure, why not?
Okay, all right. The toenail polish girl, Cindy West. Melissa Hayes on the very end. What was the strategy that you guys had going into this game today? Besides winning, I mean, what was the strategy that you guys were trying to accomplish?
We just wanted to go out and play hard and then just like hit it over like the defenders' heads and have our forwards run onto it.
And how do you guys rate yourself? Now, I'm not talking about win or losing because you guys played good out there. What were some of the things that you felt good that you did accomplish out there today?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No brag, just fact, just fact.
Headers? I don't know.
Do you ever get a headache from too many headers in a game?
No.
So you're okay with that. So now, how many people have told you you've got fantastic long eyelashes?
Oh my God.
No one?
No one has? Look at her eyelashes. Look how long they are. Can you see how long they are?
Oh, they're beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah.
And no one's ever mentioned that to you. Wow. How many times have someone mentioned to you that you were an excellent soccer player?
I don't know.
Well, you're on a great team, so obviously you have to have some talent out there. What do you think is your strongest talent as a soccer player? Tough questions.
I think passing.
Getting up in the air and heading.
Yeah, like balls in the air and tackling and stuff.
Well, you know, when athletes play other sports, just like baseball, they need to know how to hit a ball. They need to know how to run the bases. They need to know how to catch a ball. What are the 3 things that you would say someone needs to have, skill-wise, to be a great soccer player?
It depends where they play, pretty much, like what position.
Okay.
Like if you play my position, yeah, you need confidence. Like you need to be good at passing, and then you need to be like smart and like know what you're doing and stuff.
That sounds like 3 great things, in my opinion. And I tell you what I want you guys to do before you leave here. On the count of 3, as loud as you can, into the camera, we can say Eagles rocks, something like that, huh? What do you think?
Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles rocks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rocks.
Rules? Kicks? Kicks?
Golden Eagles rock, not rocks.
That's wwhy, you see? You see? Kick butt? Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Golden Eagles kick butt!
Weak! 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 Thank you, ladies. We are, in fact, standing by with 3 more Golden Eagles. You are?
Lindsey Johnson. I'm number 12, and I play midfield and forward. Kirsten Dahlstream.
I'm sorry, what was your first name?
Kirsten Dahlstream.
Okay, all right, okay. I thought it was Kirsten, I'm sorry. It's Kirsten, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 13, and I play middle forward.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
No.
Okay, all right.
My name is Chaley Abeda. I play midfield and forward, and my number is 14.
All right. Well, wow. One of the things that athletes, need to do is have a good eating routine, eating healthy foods and having a good diet. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
A bagel and orange juice.
Okay, not bad, not bad. What's an all-time food that you could eat like every day and you would never get tired of it?
Pizza.
What would be the toppings on there?
Pepperoni.
Have you ever made a pizza before?
No.
Okay. Have you ever cooked anything for your family?
Yeah.
What have you cooked before?
Soup.
Soup. Out of a can?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you got to start somewhere. So if you had to make a soup from scratch, what do you think would be the main ingredients in soup?
Noodles.
Okay, so you like noodles in your soup. Okay. What else? What would be the meat that you'd put in there?
Hamburger meat.
Hamburger meat and noodles. This sounds good already. Okay. What else would you put in there?
Carrots.
Have you ever browned hamburger before? You ever seen a recipe that says how to brown hamburger? What do you think that means? To brown hamburger.
I don't know.
I'm just giving you a hard time. We talk a lot about how teams are really good friends. Do you guys hang out with one another?
Yeah.
Who do you hang out with here? Point them out. Point them out. Who do you hang out with?
Kirsten, Mallory, and Cindy.
Okay. Now, what are you guys doing when you're hanging out? Besides getting in trouble?
Watch TV sometimes.
Well, what is your favorite show on TV?
I have no idea.
Do you ever watch, like, Felicity?
No.
Do you ever watch Dawson's Creek?
No.
Do you ever watch Charmed?
No.
You don't watch any of the shows I watch? Man, weird. Well, what do you watch?
I watch the World Cup all the time.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's right. Who's your favorite player on the U.S. women's team right now?
Venturini, whatever her first name is.
All right, and in the middle, let's see, we have, Kirsten. Kirsten, now let me ask you, you have to admit, how many times when you first start school and they're taking attendance that someone says Kirsten instead of Kirsten? A lot, huh?
Only subs do that.
Or the very first day maybe that you're in a class until you correct them. I'm sure that you do.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm your substitute teacher and I would say, I'm taking roll, I want you to see how you would respond. How would you correct me politely? I would say, Kirsten Dale Stream, and what would you say? You raise your hand first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name's Kirsten.
Okay. So that's all that you'd say? And usually just once is enough, huh? What grade are you going into?
7th.
Okay. And that is the junior high? Are you going 7th, 8th, and 9th, or are you still in middle school? 6th, 7th, and 8th?
Middle school.
Okay, middle school. And the classes, you get to take electives in 7th grade? You get to choose a couple classes you get to take, right? What are you taking this coming year?
I don't know, because I'm moving. I don't know where I'm going.
Really? Do you know where you're moving to?
Pennsylvania.
That's a long way away. Have you thought about, are you going to play soccer when you get back there?
Yeah.
Have you looked into any of the soccer teams that are back there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're as good on the East Coast as they are out here in the western part of the United States?
No.
So it'll be maybe a step down for you, but see, then you could come out there and be a super leader. What do you think? Do you have in your house right now, and it's probably getting packed up? Are you moving soon? As we speak?
I don't live in my house anymore.
Okay, there you go. Well, when you did have your room, did you have any trophies or medals in there? When you come to mind, what is the one medal or trophy that really means something a lot to you?
State Cup thing.
Okay. Last year?
This year.
This year. Okay, tell me about it. Who'd you play?
Mesa.
Okay, and what was the final score?
3-0.
Good. Great. So you guys 3-1?
Yeah.
In overtime?
Yeah.
So that was a very exciting game. And were you there, Chaley?
Yeah.
What were you doing on this? What were you doing? Same position that you played out here during this tournament?
I was playing midfield.
Okay. Is this an exciting tournament to come, this Surf Cup here in San Diego?
Yeah, I think it is.
And what other tournaments do you do where you travel outside of the state to go to?
We come back here again for Surf Cup, the girls one, and we went to regionals, which was in Northern California, and we come to California a lot. We came 2 other times.
Well, you guys up the Far West Regionals was in Pleasanton, California, so that's where you guys were at up there. Did you notice all the great trees? This sounds weird, but did you notice how many trees there were around up there, like the big willows and stuff? Did you ever find shade under one of those trees?
No.
Never did? Well, how about the heat? Was it very hot up there in Pleasanton, up there for the Far West?
Not really. It was really cool.
You know, I was talking to an Arizona team yesterday, a boys team, and I said it was hot out here yesterday. And they were laughing at me because I think today it's a little bit cool, but the sun's out and it's warm. What's the hottest temperature you've ever played soccer in back in Arizona?
Probably like 110.
See, that is crazy. I mean, don't you, like, start dying at that weather?
No.
No, obviously not. You're still here. Wow, 110 degrees. And so right now this is, like, cold to you.
It feels good.
Feels good. Are you really drained after a game when you play in such heat?
Yeah.
Drink a lot of liquids?
Before the game and the night before, yeah.
Well, you guys did, I think, A-OK out here. I appreciate you spending time with me. It's the Golden Eagles, the 3 ladies. We're looking at Lindsay, Kirsten, and Chaley, right? All right. Thank you, ladies. We are back on. I was watching Kirsten do the butt dance over there, and so I guess we first of all want to find out who you are.
I'm Monique Sanchez. I'm number 15, and I play right forward.
And you are?
I'm Mackenzie Neely. My number is 23, and I play right fullback.
And you are in the end?
I'm Caitlin Owens. I'm number 22, and I usually play forward.
Okay. Monique, you got to show us the butt dance.
No.
Come on. Just right behind us here. Just stand up here. Come on.
I don't want to.
Well, what is that all about?
It was just like, I don't know. It started at, it started at school, and then I just came to soccer practice, and I guess I just did it, and then ever since then, they've been calling it the butt dance, and they've always wanted me to do it.
Okay, so right here, in front of everybody, right back there, just like 2 seconds worth. Just 2 seconds worth, okay? Here we go. Okay. Monique's butt dance. Ooh, ooh, all right. I like that. I like that. No, you look great with that. So we'll have to think of a great name for that one. In the middle, we've got Mackenzie Neely, right?
Yes.
Now you've been playing for this team for just a short time, or tell me what your deal is here.
Well, me and Kate are loner players for the Golden Eagles, and we came to this tournament as loners.
Okay. So what teams do you normally play on then, for example?
We play for the 88 Silver Eagles.
Okay. Both of you on that same team? Okay. So how does it work where they can loan players? Is that fair to do that?
I guess.
I'm just kidding with you. I know a lot of teams that do that. And so you're going to be going, will you stay with this team for a while, or you're going to go back now to your other team?
I don't know.
Okay. Have they been treating you nice around here?
Yeah.
Oh, they love you. That's what they say. Has Monique taught you the butt dance? Yeah?
No.
Okay. We're going to have to teach you that one on there. So now you've been playing soccer since you've been small too?
Yes.
Now what about other sports? We always like to find out. Any other activities? Not necessarily sports. Do you do anything else with your life?
I play softball.
Okay. So what position do you play?
Usually catcher.
Tough position to play. Now, you know, again, softball's the same way as baseball. Run, hit, catch. In soccer, 3 things that you think are important to be able to do.
Probably, like, you have to have confidence, and probably the same as Melissa, pass and have good technique, and, like, yeah.
And you guys have that out there. That's great. Now, have you been to San Diego before?
No.
Okay, so what do you think of San Diego right now?
It's cool.
Where are you guys staying at? Nearby here or far away?
Ramada Inn.
Okay. There's a lot of those around, so is it down that way, that way, that way, that way? Somewhere around here, right? Okay. So where do you think you're going to head out for dinner tonight?
I don't know.
What's been happening the past few nights? What's been the routine for dinner?
Pizza last night with the team, and I don't know.
So we'll just kind of go play it by ear then, right? Okay, well, that's the way to have it. And we have Caitlin Owens over there, 22. Now, is that your number that you play on with the silver team?
No.
What number do you have on that team?
10.
10. So what number is your all-time favorite number?
Probably 16.
Now, tell me why 16 is important for you.
Well, When I lived in Chicago, I always played with that number, and that was like my favorite number, and I always did really good with it.
So what happens when, like my son plays water polo, so he likes number 13, but there's somebody else on the team that likes 13 too. So what happens when two people like number 16? How do you negotiate who gets it?
Well, actually, that did happen, and my friend, and she already ordered her jersey, and so I let her have it, and I just went to like number 1.
Okay, well that's fair. And number that you normally wear would be what?
7.
7. And your all-time favorite number though, that if you had your choice, what number would it be?
7.
Oh, well, you're lucky. How about you, Monique?
15.
And you're happy with 15?
Yeah.
How does this team normally go about giving out jersey numbers?
I guess they just buy them for them.
But do you get to choose? Do you get a first choice, second choice, third choice type of thing? Or do you just hand them out and say, here's 15?
They just hand them out.
Did anybody else want 15? No? See, okay, well then no controversy then. Okay, we're cool. Hey, why don't we do you guys have a team cheer at all? Anything to be crazy about in front of the camera? We'll get all the team in here.
All we just say is 1, 2, 3 Golden Eagles.
Okay, let's do that. Let's get all the people that are still here behind, okay, and you'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll say Golden Eagles. Thank you, Kirsten. Can I have the juice? Is that okay? Okay. Now, who is this right here? Emily. Hi, Emily. Emily's got great hair. I like that. Now, whose is this?
Laura. That one's
That's Laura's sister.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the way, and you can sit right here then. Okay. Go ahead and sit down, because.
They want her.
No, they can stay in there. That's fine. That's fine. Why don't you put Emily on Monique's lap, and then Monique can teach Emily how to dance after we're done here too. Come on in. We got to get everybody in, and we got to get Jenny in. Can you see everybody? Okay, we're going to move back a little because we're going to get everybody in. And you guys are going to do 1, 2, 3. Golden, not Sereno Golden Eagles, just Golden Eagles? Okay, all right.
Okay, you guys all go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do it. All right. Listen to Melissa. Tell us when we're ready.
Okay. Are we ready? Yeah, go ahead. We got everybody? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll do it, okay? Oh, you're going to do it? Okay.
Yeah. No, just Melissa. Yeah. She can do it.
Okay, I'm just going to hold the mic down here, then you guys do it when you're ready. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Golden Eagles!
Well, that'll do it here at the San Diego Polo Field. The final game in preliminary round action, and of course, the great time we had with the Golden Eagle athletes. On behalf of George Langevin, Sports Video Productions, I'm Dan Williams. And as always, we'll see you again. Bye-bye, everybody.